The very first event that we held, it really struck me when a woman came up to me and she said, "It's the first time I feel that I'm not in fancy dress," because she had the choice to dress how she wanted to. When Thread Together started, it was purely about emptying fashion house warehouses that had too much stock and finding a home for them. But then I very quickly realised the whole element of dignity. I knew that there were a lot of people who didn't have access to basic clothing and new clothing. I wanted to contribute back.
Crisis can happen to anybody, doesn't matter where they come from, what their background is, what their financial situation is. There's a crisis there, they're distressed. Be able to have some new clothes and start to feel like a human being again gives them the ability to actually start to engage with life in the world.
We support homeless shelters, women's shelters, Indigenous communities, youth at risk. It's really broad, all religions, all circumstances. Anyone who really is having a difficult time.
We take the view that somebody who is at their darkest point should get the best, not the worst.
Well, our clients are human beings. They're people, all with their own stories. They're broken, they're hurting, they're disadvantaged. Anything we can do to break that cycle is very, very powerful. When they come in here, they get excited because it's new items.
My previous experience has been with long-term unemployed, and the difference new clothing makes to how they stand, how they talk, and how they present themselves is amazing.
We've now established about 100 partnerships with charity organisations, and we're able to provide them with a continuous supply of clothing.
They can order clothes directly for what their clients need.
I left a domestic violence relationship. I've got 5 children and I took all of them with me. We had absolutely nothing, only the clothes on our back.
There has just been so much that they've been through. The trauma just accumulates and accumulates until one day they finally get pushed and they walk through our door.
We got brand new clothes with tags, everything.
We're very quickly able to get them the clothes that they need. The new clothes are there. I mean, there's pallets of shoes and suits, it's there. It's just a matter of getting it from companies that have too much to people who find themselves at a time in life when they have too little. While it's a simple idea, it's a pipeline from here to there. What happens in between here is huge.
In Australia, over 13% live below the poverty line. That's about 4 million people. At the moment, we're looking after about 75,000 people a year, 1,500 people per week. To bring in all those clothes, to get the right clothes to the right people, is labour intensive. We couldn't afford to pay for that, so our volunteers are critical.
Not only are people being helped by receiving threads, the people are being threaded together in a real sense of community.
In 5 years, Thread Together have distributed $8 million worth of clothes. I believe so many more companies can come on board and help so many more people.
We will expand our network of charity partners. We will go to more main centres around the country, and we will go deep into rural areas.
The fundamental partnership that we're undertaking with Thread Together is the provision of mobile wardrobes, which is a fancy name for a couple of vans. One will be going north, one will be going south to our various service hubs. So we're taking the clothes to the people.
I think everybody wants to be a part of the story. Everybody wants to actually help. They just need to know how.
After 5 years in jail, I wanted to gain employment, and I wanted my daughter to be proud of me. Thread Together was there. They gave me new clothes, which enabled me to feel good, to feel proud, to feel confident, to attend job interviews, and to look proud in front of my daughter.
When I was unwell, being dressed in new clothes really helped me to cope with what I was going through.
Made me feel like I'm worth something.
Thank you all for the opportunity to dignify ourselves with some clothes.
Years have changed my life, basically. I've got a future, clothes. Look at me, I'm soaring high.
As Australians, we recognise that not everybody has access to shelter. We recognise that not everybody has access to food, but we don't recognise that not everybody has access to basic clothing, or clothing that is actually going to help them on the pathway to rebuilding their lives. And Thread Together can do that.